In this section, we will look at site clearance. Site clearance involves removing structures, vegetation and trees from the site to provide a clear foundation for the new works. It also includes removing organic and unsuitable soil. It can be carried out in stages if a large area is to be opened up. Keeping some areas undisturbed until required can minimize erosion and sediment production on site. Sections 3, 4 and 5 of TNZF1 cover site clearance. Section 3 covers the clearance of the site. The first paragraph states that all obstacles, such as trees, debris and other obstructions, are removed and disposed of properly. Note that tree removal also includes removing tree stumps. The second clause covers protection of some objects. There may be objects that cannot be removed, such as protected trees and buildings, and these objects need to be protected against damage during construction. Often this means building a fence or barricade around the object to minimize the risk of construction vehicles hitting them. Section 4 covers the removal and stockpiling of topsoil. Often the topsoil will be reapplied to berm and planted areas around the road when the road construction is completed. Topsoil needs to be stockpiled on site for the duration of the work, which is usually several months or even years. It needs to be located in a place that is out of the way of the construction activities and not too close to neighbouring properties, because topsoil can smell sometimes, especially when it is wet. Section 6 requires temporary fencing to be installed when permanent fences are removed. This is especially important in rural areas to prevent stock wandering onto the site and creating a hazard. As mentioned, in grass areas, the grass or scrub is skimmed off with an excavator. The removed material is usually disposed of off-site or stockpiled on-site for burning. Larger trees may also need to be felled using chainsaws, with the roots being pulled out by excavators with claw fittings. Alternatively, the grass can be cut or grazed short, and then the remaining grass and roots removed with the topsoil. In this photo, you can see an excavator is clearing an area for a subdivision and loading the grass and topsoil onto trucks. The grass has been grazed down before the clearance work began. Note that there is also earth-moving operation underway on the cleared sections. You often start the earth-moving operations while the site clearance is still underway in other areas. The cleared area to the left of the photo was an old stream, and there was stream bed soil and debris that needed to be removed and disposed of. You need to remove the organic soils that accumulate in streams and swamps, as this soil is not suitable for road foundations. You can also see the new stock fence to the right of the photo. The area to the far right of the photo was used for grazing, so they needed to put in a new fence around the construction site. As mentioned, the topsoil needs to be removed as well, but it is a valuable resource. It is either stockpiled on site for respreading or trucked off site to topsoil suppliers. If there is an excess of topsoil, it can be used as fill in areas that would not be compromised by long-term sediment, such as the side of the road. This photo shows a topsoil stockpile. The topsoil is stored here until the road is constructed, and then it is relayed on the berm and other vegetated areas. Most of the stockpile was used for topsoil sections in a new subdivision. Note the truck is dumping Note that the truck is dumping the topsoil in piles, and the bulldozer is spreading the topsoil. Oftentimes the road is built on top of an existing road. Sometimes we just build the new road on top of the old. Other times you need to remove the old pavement down to the subgrade. You may then stabilize and reshape the subgrade and then rebuild a new pavement on top. This photo shows an old road being dug up using an excavator prior to the laying of a new road. The material that the excavator removed was loaded onto trucks and taken to another area where it was used for fill.